Hey, my dear students. So we are really making some progress. We have a lot of things going on here. So far, we just basically saved the user, but there's a lot, right? We got a route, we're creating some objects, we're saving the user, we're sending some data back, and we are catching the error just in case. So there's a couple things going here. So the next step for us to do would be to hash the password because we don't want to, like I mentioned before, just transfer this password or, take this password to the database the way it is. So let's go ahead and work on that. Make sure that you have your bcrypt.js module installed, which is this here. Okay, we talked a little bit about that, didn't we? If we did not, here is the page. Okay, npm install bcrypt.js. That's what we're going to be using. This module is written in JavaScript, 100%, I believe, and it's kind of slower than the rest of the modules, and that's a good thing because it's gonna allow prevent the hacker or whoever is trying to go into your application and gets the password is gonna slow them down. Very easy to use. You can use it synchronous, meaning that you don't have a callback function or promises or anything like that to get any data back. You can just create line by line what you need. Okay, right here is creating the salt. Here is creating the hash by using a text, a password, and the salt. Okay, and here is how you can use this to verify the user. Okay, you pass the original password or the text password without being hashed, and the hash, and that will compare it. Now, asynchronously, when you get some type of response back, okay, you provide a callback function, and as you can see here, we pass the rounds, I believe, callback function. Let me just go ahead and check out the API just to make sure that we have the right information. Says it right here. Let me see if it's okay. Gen salt asynchronously with the first one is the rounds, second one is seed length, which is not supported, and then a callback. Okay, if callback has been omitted, promise. There we go. Error. Okay, see that? Pretty cool. So let's just get to it. Let's go. The first thing that we need to do is require this bad boy. And we're just going to say bcrypt and bcrypt.js. And before we save that data, that's when we need to start writing this code. So we're going to say bcrypt dot gensalt is a password. We can use the synchronous, but we're going to be using asynchronously. Let's go and rounds. We're not gonna use the seed length, which says here it's, let me see, it gave me some information there. You saw it, right? There we go. Optional number, error strings. Okay, so we're gonna be using, we get the error back or we get the salt. Okay, and we get the salt. Well, if we have an error, right? So you could definitely say if error, throw the error or return it if you want, but we're not gonna get any errors here. So let's just do bcrypt hash, and let's use this one. It's like this. First parameter would be the password. So we're gonna use our object that we created on top. We're gonna pass the salt and the callback, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not really referencing anything, so this is from the top of my head from what I remember. Should be correct though. If not, we just fix it. Of course, the salt. What am I missing here? Okay, let's just do this real quick. Boom. That's it. So now here, if we have some type of error, let's check because we could have an error here. We could say return error just to stop execution. I know that we're not gonna get any errors here, so I'm just not gonna throw it out so everybody can see it like I have done in the past. So we're gonna grab the password again, and we are going to assign that new hash to it, right? So now our password is gonna become this hash. that is going to have the salt and some other generated random characters that this function hash does. Okay. Once we have that, then we can go ahead and save the user. Let's go, and I think we have the code right here. That's the whole code. Little piece of code right here. Right there. Okay. So as you can see, very simple. We hash it, we save the user, we get some data back. So in the last lecture, we were able to save that user. Let's see, we have the user. This is the password we got last time. Let's go ahead and make another request with different data though. This time I'm going to put Edwin at codingfaculty, okay, .com, which by the way is my website. And we're just gonna say secret. We're gonna do the same thing here. Actually, secret 123, and we're gonna send it, and it says saved. Let's come back here, and we're gonna refresh. And as you can see now, our password looks crazy long. We have the algorithm here. We got the little dollar symbol, 2A dollar symbol, and I guess this is the rounds. It says 10. And then of course we got some other data here. And if you notice, each of these is separated. Then we got this random character that's crazy long. And then we have a dot and then more data here. Okay. So I'm pretty sure the salt is here somewhere, and then the hash that was generated. So all those are here. Okay. Cool. So we're done with that functionality. Let's make sure that our code looks a little neater. If you want to go ahead and make it so it's very tight, it's up to you if you want to do that. Okay, condense it a little bit. You don't have to, but it's good to always condense your code a little bit. All right, perfect. That looks good. So let's jump to the next lecture, guys. Good job if you were able to do it. Good job.